Okay, think about this for a second. Imagine trying to wear, I don't know, the exact same suit to a black tie gala, then a super casual backyard barbecue, and then maybe a rock concert.
Right, yeah. It wouldn't quite work, would it?
Exactly. It'd be awkward, maybe even a total disaster. Well, that's kind of what brands used to try with their messaging. Just one size fits all.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've noticed brands sounding, one way on TikTok, all playful, short videos, and then completely different, super formal, very professional over on LinkedIn,
Yeah, I've definitely seen that.
then you're on something. So pretty fascinating, actually. This shift is it's really reshaping how brands talk to all of us.
It really is.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into a really interesting concept, quantum credibility.
Quantum credibility. Okay.
Yeah, and think of it less like a brand having multiple personalities. That sounds a bit off.
Right. Not quite that.
It's more like a single brand having a core self, a fundamental identity, but also an incredibly adaptable way of presenting that self,
Mm-hmm.
depending on who they're talking to and where.
Okay, makes sense. Adapting the presentation.
Exactly. We're talking about brands building what some of our sources are calling parallel identities, or maybe layered parallel narratives.
Parallel narratives. Interesting term.
Right. And they're designed to really connect across these incredibly diverse platforms
Mm-hmm.
and different groups of people. And let's be super clear right up front. This isn't about tricking people. It's not deception.
No, that's a key point.
It's about what's being called strategic empathy at scale. Basically, really understanding what different audiences need from a brand and then delivering that authentically, but crucially, in a way that resonates with their specific worldview.
Exactly. And our challenge today really is to understand why. Why are brands making this pretty radical shift?
Yeah, what's driving it?
And how does it actually work? What are the mechanisms behind it? And maybe most importantly, what does it all mean for, well, for public trust? And how we even perceive authenticity in this, hyper-connected digital world we're all in.
Yeah.
Hopefully by the end of this, you'll walk away with a much clearer picture of this really complex and evolving landscape.
Right. So let's unpack this. Our research suggests we're kind of deep in what some are calling the age of identity fragmentation, which sounds fancy, but think about it.
Yeah, what does that actually mean?
Well, you've got your TikTok Gen Zs,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then maybe your Substack intellectuals reading long-form essays.
Okay.
Then maybe crypto-libertarians over here and eco-conscious millennials over there. They all show up online with really different expectations for how brands should talk to them, how they should engage.
Different tribes, different expectations.
Exactly. And quantum credibility lets brands kind of hold on to their core truth, their essential what we stand for,
Yeah.
while radically adapting that presentation layer for each specific context.
So the core stays the same, but the wrapping changes.
Yeah, it's like a brand has a single heart, but I don't know, many outfits. Each one perfect for a different occasion, a different crowd.
That's a good way to put it. And what's fascinating here is how brands are really becoming these sort of narrative chameleons.
Narrative chameleons. I like that.
Yeah. It's no longer about just pushing out one generic brand message everywhere and hoping it sticks.
Right, the old broadcast model.
Exactly. Now, they're crafting maybe one distinct voice for LinkedIn, potentially another entirely different one for Reddit, and, yet another for Instagram.
Because the audiences expect different things.
Precisely. Each audience values different traits. On LinkedIn, maybe it's all about showcasing stability or thought leadership, being professional.
Sure, it makes sense.
But on Instagram, maybe it's more about showing vulnerability or wit or community connection. Totally different vibe.
So, okay, how do they actually do this at scale? It sounds incredibly complicated. Like, how do you manage all these different voices without going, well, insane? Or contradicting yourself?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Well, PR experts and the tech behind them are now designing what they call modular messaging systems.
Modular messaging, like
Yeah.
building blocks.
Kind of, yeah. Think of a brand's core message broken down into these adaptable Lego bricks. You have your core truth pieces, the non-negotiables.
Okay.
Then you have tonal modifiers, bits that change the feel, and platform-specific hooks, things that work only on TikTok or only on LinkedIn.
Ah, I see. So you can reassemble them.
Exactly. They can be reassembled almost instantly to fit LinkedIn's professional tone or TikTok's playful vibe. And the key is ensuring consistency of the core message, the central truth, even when the delivery shifts, sometimes wildly.
Okay, but this feels like, wow. It's not just a small adjustment. It sounds like a radical departure from old school PR.
Oh,
We
absolutely.
used to be completely obsessed with brand consistency, right?
Yeah.
Every single message had to be identical everywhere.
That was the mantra. Consistency is king.
But quantum PR seems to just throw that out the window. It replaces it with something called contextual integrity. What does that even mean?
Contextual integrity. Yeah, it's about ensuring the message fits the specific moment, the platform it's on, and the audience seeing it, all without actually contradicting the core truth.
Hmm. But doesn't that run the risk of looking, I don't know, it's a little two-faced? How do brands maintain trust if they seem to be constantly shifting their persona like that?
That's a really crucial question, and the answer lies in that core truth we talked about, the
Hmm.
single heart, as you put it earlier. That has to remain immutable, unchanging.
Okay, so the foundation is solid.
Yes. It's the framing, the emphasis, the angle that changes, not the substance. And,
Yeah.
if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's actually AI that's making a lot of this possible.
Ah, AI, of course.
It's powering much of this narrative adaptation at scale, making it feasible without brands constantly tripping over themselves or creating contradictions.
So AI isn't just writing different tweets.
No, it's much more sophisticated. AI tools are analyzing a platform's specific language, its lexicon, the audience's sentiment, even their sense of humor, to suggest phrasing that will resonate only there.
Wow.
And they can even test these messages virtually. They can simulate public reactions before anything actually goes live.
Seriously. Like, predict how it might land.
Yeah, predict how it might be received, which version works best for which group. That's a level of precision, of predictive power that human marketers, frankly, just can't achieve at that speed and scale.
That's fascinating. Okay, so this adaptive approach powered by AI means brands can be incredibly nimble, right? Really quick on their feet,
Very much so.
which makes me wonder about crisis management. When things go wrong, if a brand has these parallel identities, does that give them some kind of new resilience?
That's a great point.
Because, in the past, if backlash hit one segment of your audience, maybe on Twitter, it often blew up into this massive universal crisis.
Absolutely. And that's one of the most compelling aspects of this new approach. Our analysis highlights what could be called crisis proofing through multiplicity.
Crisis proofing through multiplicity. Okay.
Yeah, with quantum credibility, if one particular narrative faces a challenge, maybe a misunderstanding within a specific online community.
Right, like on Reddit or something.
Exactly. The brand can strategically pivot conversations happening with other communities, or they can reframe the message specifically for those other groups without necessarily alienating their entire audience base at once.
Ah, so it contains the fire, in a way.
Precisely. It's like having multiple anchors holding down your reputation rather than just one single point of failure. It builds a kind of agility, of flexibility right into their reputation management strategy.
Which must be an incredible advantage today, where, a single misstep online can just explode instantly.
It's a huge advantage in this hyper-connected, often volatile environment. So if we kind of pull all these threads together, what we've really been exploring here is how quantum credibility offers brands this whole new playbook.
A new way of operating.
Exactly. It's the strategic management of multiple brand narratives happening simultaneously. Each narrative is meticulously tailored, super customized for different audiences, whether that's, those TikTok Gen Zs we mentioned, or the Substack intellectuals, the crypto folks, the eco-conscious millennials.
All these different groups?
All of them. And yet, crucially, all these narratives remain rooted in the brand's fundamental truth, its core identity.
Okay.
And this really marks a significant shift, doesn't it, from that old school obsession with absolute consistency to this new paradigm of contextual integrity.
Right, integrity within context.
A shift that's, as we discussed, greatly aided by AI, and one that also plays a really important role in crisis proofing a brand's reputation, giving them that resilience.
And it feels important to stress again that this isn't just some clever marketing tactic, is it? Like a new buzzword.
No, it goes much deeper than that.
It feels like a really radical shift in how public trust itself is built. It's directly challenging those maybe outdated PR doctrines we relied on for decades.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's fundamentally redefining what authenticity even means in our hyper-personalized digital world.
Well said. Authenticity becomes more about relevance and resonance within a context while still being true to the core.
So what we're seeing is arguably the next frontier in reputation strategy.
Yeah.
It's being driven by AI, yes, but also by, increasingly decentralized media information coming from everywhere and the complexities of identity-driven politics.
All these